Welcome to Milk Market Tidbit for the August milk production report that USDA released yesterday afternoon. This is Dr. Lawrence Jones, and I'm recording this on Tuesday morning, September the 23rd. All right, so the milk production report is our first report of the month, and boy, do we have cows everywhere. Anyway, we're going to get the cold storage report on Friday, and then that'll follow up in another week or so with the dairy products report. So let's start with kind of what happened with the July numbers. So first off, USDA increased all of the estimates for July. So milk per cow came up, number of cows actually broke 9.5 million in July, and total milk and everything else came up. Now let's look at how the actual came in for August compared to what we'd call the typical and StoneX. So I had some typical numbers set up. Of course, they get modified whenever we get revisions. So the typical production came in right in line. StoneX was just a tad bit higher, but again, not significantly. The biggest number was difference on the cows. With these revisions, I had us coming up to about 9.515. That was actually a little bit low compared to where we ended up at 9.520. StoneX was a lot lower at under 9.5. But overall, milk was up about 99% month over month and 103% year over year. And that 99% was right on par where the USDA normally has us coming in August over July. So again, probably not a big surprise in that milk production. But if you want to see where the big increases actually occurred, which is ending up in the year over year one, they've been kind of going on, since April, I would say. We were up compared to the estimate. So what did the trade think of this? Right afterwards, the trade was down 7 or 8 cents. They were down a lot more last month after the milk production report. This morning, the trade was down again about another 10 or 12 cents. But as we approach noontime here, it's actually coming up a little bit. So we're up compared to yesterday. So here are the cow numbers, and boy, this just has rocketed up at 9.520. It's the highest that we've had for a while. Some people argue it's the highest we've ever had. Some argue is kind of similar to 1939. All that's immaterial, but in the last 10 years, this is the highest cow numbers we've had, even in 2021 when we had this big spike up. The thing that really matters is total production. So this is total daily production. And again, we hit a record for August production. Of course, that's all driven by milk per cow. I think number of cows is driving it more than milk per cow. But again, August is a record high milk per cow per day. Now, my prediction for fat percentage in agricultural prices is 4.17. That's up 4 ticks from last month, and that's what federal milk marketing data would suggest. If we do that, fat production should be unchanged month over month, and part of that is month over month we actually came down in production per cow per day. But on a year over year basis, it's probably going to be up 5%. So again, fairly bearish to the industry. So we're going to have the National Dairy Sales Report on Wednesday, then the cold storage report on Friday, which will be the next milk market tidbit.